In recent months, there's been quite an influx of newcomers to the park. Capuchins Matty and Louis arrived from Borth Zoo in Wales. They're now permanent residents of the lodge, home to Erico's group of 11. Over the last couple of weeks, they've been getting to know a few of the less dominant females there. The introductions have been going well, so today the pair are going to come face to face with head female Phoenix. First meetings can be unpredictable, and the primate care team are well prepared.
So introductions in any group can be quite stressful, particularly for the animals that are involved and also the rest of the group that are potentially shut away in a different area. So we like to try and keep things really low key, so we have absolutely minimal staff and people in the house, enough that we can keep an eye. Try and keep it nice and calm. Initially those introductions won't be on public view, and then we can introduce gradually all of those things as time goes on and things are starting to improve.
The design of the Capuchin house means introductions are easy to monitor.
In this house, we've got their large playroom at the front, which is what the public can see through the window. And then we've got a horseshoe of bedrooms, which are divided up. So for the initial introductions, we use the bedrooms because we have a little bit more control. So if something negative did happen, we are easily able to separate the animals. As it progresses, we can give them more space, such as the playroom, and they also have the cage enclosure as well, and the large forest enclosure. So Matty and Louis have actually been out into the cage enclosure with some of the females, and they've actually really liked it out there. And they've spent a couple of days in the playroom as well. So they have actually seen all areas of the house, just not the forest enclosure yet.
Phoenix has been waiting patiently in an adjoining bedroom. She's a respected leader, but like most dominant Capuchins, can be pretty feisty. She'll probably have plenty to say to the newcomers. Donna opens up the slides and the trio come face to face. As expected, there's a bit of posturing from Phoenix, but Matty seems nonplussed by the attention. He gives the dominant female plenty of space, busying himself foraging and exploring the bedrooms. Louis is also relaxed about the introduction. As a result, it doesn't take long for Phoenix to settle down, and with the meeting going so well, Donna contemplates adding another individual to the mix.
So we're just considering putting Scarlett in. Scarlett has been in before a couple of times and she's been really good. We're just thinking it might be quite nice for Phoenix to have a friend as well.
Scarlett has reacted well each time she's met Matty and Louis. She's an independent Capuchin who was wild-caught before her time in a laboratory and prefers climbing trees and foraging to group politics. Matty and Louis appear to be following her example.
So Matty and Louis have lived together for quite a while before arriving to us at Monkey World. And we have actually noticed that although they're not super close in terms of they don't really groom or spend a lot of time foraging together, if one of them's a little bit unsure, then they will actually seek out the other one for a little bit of reassurance. So there definitely is a bond there, but we just don't see them spending heaps of time together.
With all four Capuchins behaving themselves, Donna decides to allow them into the large indoor playroom. This will give them more space to move around freely and follow their natural instinct to forage. The newcomers make use of the extra space, but remain deferential to head girl Phoenix when she reminds them who's in charge, so the signs are positive. Next stop for the Borth Capuchins will be access to the wonderful outside forest enclosure. It's a big day for Capuchins Matty and Louis. For the first time since they arrived 5 weeks ago, they're going to be let into the forest enclosure. The beautiful tree-filled area forms part of their new home. It's probably the biggest space either has ever experienced, so the primate care team are busy checking all is secure and putting out food to encourage them.
The forest enclosure at the lodge is absolutely amazing. It's so different to anything they would have had before. Everything moves in there, all of the branches, all of the ropes and hosing that we've put up. Obviously they've got massive trees. It's also an open-topped enclosure, so they're not used to that before. They haven't got a roof. There's loads of things for them to investigate. It's really, really wild. We've also got the pulley feeders up in there as well, so that should encourage them up off of the ground and up into the trees.
Matty and Louis won't be alone. 3 of the group's dominant females, Phoenix, Zoe and Scarlet, will be there to show them the ropes. They've all met before in the smaller, more controlled environments of the house and caged enclosure, with Matty and Louis taking everything in their stride.
Since moving to the lodge, they seem super chilled, much happier than when they first arrived, which is really great. Both of them are also put on weight, which is really good. Both of them were underweight on their vet day when they had their health check. So hopefully we'll keep continuing as we are and things should progress really well. Come on guys, let's go! Matty, Louis! Hello.
Donna opens up the house, with dominant female Phoenix and Scarlet leading the way out, followed by Zoe.
Oh, good boy, Matty. Good boy.
Matty is the first of the newbies to venture out and is greeted with lots of excited, feisty vocalizations from the 3 ladies. He's understandably cautious in the new, large open space. First, he tests out one of the low hoses. It proves a little unsteady. He's going to need some practice. But there's little time for that. Females Phoenix and Zoe decide to assert their authority, taking advantage of the newcomer's vulnerability. They noisily give chase, and Matty's forced to take evasive action. On the other side of the enclosure, Louis has also emerged.
Oh, good girl, Louis. Good girl.
Within minutes, she sets off to explore. She's confident on the hoses and soon scaling the heights without any trouble. She seems very at home.
Our 2 dominant females, Zoe and Phoenix, just had a little bit of go at Matty. So he's just gone off into the bushes at the moment, but everything's calmed down. Louis' come out. She seems totally relaxed, as Louis always does. So we'll be keeping an eye on it for a little bit, make sure they settle and make sure everybody's happy using the space in the enclosure.
Calm rules for a while.
Well, you can't be that upset if you're eating. Gathering it all up.
The dominant females forage and feed while Matty and Louis explore. Matty begins to get to grips with the hoses, while for Louis, the sky's the limit. But every now and again, the peace is disturbed. With Phoenix and Zoe reminding Matty who's in charge.
To be honest, it's quite good for Matty to be put in his place a bit. Meanwhile, Scarlet and Louis are just off enjoying themselves.
Matty soon works out how to avoid a scolding from the girls. With his confidence growing, he climbs up into the tree canopy, allowing himself plenty of space away from Phoenix and Zoe. With so much going on, Donna's lost sight of Louis and checks in with her colleague.
Fiona, have you seen Louis recently?
Not since I moved around the back.
OK, I'll have a look. She was over the gibbon side, but I'll keep an eye out for her.
The enclosure is 3/4 of an acre, with lots of natural foliage.
Oh, there's Matty. I think she's probably fine. She's probably off foraging somewhere, but I'm just going to have a wander around and see if I can find her, make sure she's OK.
There are plenty of places to hide. Louis could be foraging in the thick bushes or up in the high trees, but Donna is growing concerned.
We still haven't seen Louis, and it's been a little while now, so we just really want to check and make sure that she is OK.
The best way to do that is to enter the enclosure.
We're just in the process of getting everybody in, and then we'll go from there.
With the other 4 Capuchins enticed back indoors, Donna can go in and search for elusive Louis.
OK, everybody keep an eye out.
Finding a small monkey among the lush vegetation is a challenging task.
I'm waiting for her to, like, pounce out on me.
Louis!
Louis isn't making it easy.
Can you see her?
But 20 minutes later,
Louis, where are you?
Donna spots Louis under a bush.
Oh, I've got her. Yeah.
But not for long, the adventurous Capuchin immediately heads high up into the trees.
At least she's moving around okay. To be honest, she seems really happy and relaxed. She's using the trees, she's gone right to the tops of the trees, which we very rarely do our guys doing, really. She's been foraging. She's also spent quite a lot of time peeling all of the bark off of the trees and finding all the insects in that, which is really, really good. Some of the other Capuchins in here do that, especially the ones that were born in the wild. So it's really nice actually to see her showing all of those natural behaviours, using all of the things in the enclosure, the high branches, the hosing, and also the pulley feeders that we've used in there as well.
The team will keep a watchful eye on Louis for the rest of the day and entice her back to the safety of the caged enclosure for a nighttime meal. Over the last few years, the park has been inundated with small monkeys in need of rescue and rehoming. The majority of the small primates Alison and the team have to deal with are marmosets, victims of the UK pet trade. But just over a month ago, Alison travelled to Kent to pick up Dodger.
Hey, mister!
A 27-year-old male Capuchin, kept as a pet and desperate for companionship of his own kind. Following a health check, Dodger moved in with Gizmo and then met 3 of his 5 ladies, coping well with the introductions. He's yet to meet the final 2 girls, Ginger and Sophia, but today's the day.
The plan really is just to open all of the doors. So the 5 that we've already got together will give them the outside enclosure, so they'll all be together. And the 2 females will just be inside, and yeah, we'll just really open the remaining slides. They'll have all of their inside and outside space. So that's a nice big loop and everybody can go in and out as they please, and hopefully it'll make it a little bit more relaxed. And they've just got a bit more space to get away from each other if they feel a little bit tense.
Dodger has adapted amazingly well to life at the park, despite spending a lot of time living on his own as a pet at his previous home.
Really, he's done absolutely fabulously, which is why we've been able to actually move the introductions on faster than we normally would, which just goes to show that really that process depends entirely on the individual and how they react to that new scenario that they're presented with. And Dodger's been so good. He couldn't have done any better. He's been really relaxed. If anybody's had a bit of a squabble within the group, then he hasn't really batted an eyelid. He just lets them get on with it. He enjoys a groom and a play, which the females are really enjoying doing that with him too. So yeah, everybody seems really happy so far. Kate, you can let them out through bedroom 2.
The excited group are impatient, waiting for the slides to open.
Get me out of here!
Female Capuchins don't always love a new male, but Dodger is an immediate hit. The girls are smitten, giving him lots of attention. The other male in the group, Gizmo, doesn't always display the social skills needed to communicate with the females. When he does try, it sometimes causes a bit of friction. New boy on the block, Dodger, has set the girls' pulses racing, and they're following him everywhere.
Oh, you got 3 of them.
But Dodger has other priorities. It's food first for the new male, and he isn't keen on feeding time being interrupted by a host of admirers.
2 new girls, Ginger and Sophia, just went straight for Dodger. Lots of flirting, please give me lots of attention. And he was really good. He would just sort of like move around at his own pace. He's okay. He seemed a little bit overwhelmed at the beginning because he had 3 girls following him, which is quite a lot.
Dodger's lack of interest dissuades 2 of his potential suitors, but one isn't giving up.
Now it's just Ginger, he's okay, and actually he's reciprocating that flirting behaviour, so I suspect we might see some mating later. But yeah, it's obviously still very new and exciting for everybody, so give it like an hour or so and they should start to settle down a bit.
The final introductions to get the group all back together couldn't have gone better for the primate care team. Or Dodger. He's met everyone. And the now 6-strong group seem happy and content. His new life, with new friends, has begun. Autumn has well and truly arrived at the park. And the change in the season has presented a golden opportunity for the primate care team. They're taking full advantage, giving one lucky group of primates a fun and rewarding morning.
We're basically filling up lots of boxes with leaves. We're going to put some bugs and things for them to forage in there, and basically creating big foraging areas in the enclosure for the capuchins. So it should be really exciting. They obviously see leaves a lot, but not to this scale with big piles of leaves. So yeah, it should be nice for them.
The lucky recipients are Erico's group, made up of 13 individuals, each with very different personalities. They've had a turbulent few months, having sadly lost a couple of members, but also welcoming two newcomers, Matty and Louis. The introductions proved to be tricky, with male Matty challenging Erico's position as alpha male. In recent weeks, order has been restored, and the group has settled down again.
Erico's kind of got his confidence up a little bit now. He's taken the dominant position back in the group. He's definitely acting more like a dominant male. And Matty seems to have realised this and kind of taken a step back.
The team have gathered together a number of cardboard boxes, varying in size. They've filled them with leaves. And, just to make life extra challenging for the capuchins, their breakfast of mealworms is hidden amongst the foliage. The boxes have been stacked up and placed all around their large natural enclosure, along with extra piles of leaves, just to make life a little more fun.
They're really intelligent animals, really good foragers. So yeah, they will be able to get into the boxes. They figure things out really quickly. And yeah, they all kind of have like their own little personalities and their own techniques for doing enrichment and things. So yeah, it'll be interesting to see what they do.
Leader Erico is first out. He's a bright and confident capuchin and wastes no time diving into the boxes and foraging through the leaves. Second in command Sean is particular about his choice. Once he has the box he wants, he has no problem getting inside to hunt through the contents. The high rankers in Capuchin society always get first crack at any enrichment on offer. Dominant female Phoenix has unwrapped her parcel and jumped right in. Low ranker Ringo bravely tackles a box attached to one of the high hoses, before being moved on by Zoe, who's further up the pecking order and a lot younger. No such problem for one of the newest members of the group, Louis. Her nimble fingers easily negotiate one of the smaller boxes, and she's rewarded with a handful of mealworms. Capuchins live in large groups, but not as a constant, unified entity. It's a fission-fusion society. They tend to have their own subgroups and friendships. Today, there's so much to explore and investigate, they're all busy foraging as individuals, with varying results. Once all the boxes have been opened, the leaves can be recycled again and again.
Essentially, all these leaf piles will just turn into foraging pits, and we can keep coming back and hiding their food in there over the next few days. So yeah, we've got some really nice weather. The leaves are really nice and crisp and dry. So yeah, it's like perfect autumn weather, and so it's nice to be able to take advantage of it.
Some of the group have chosen to stay inside, but the care team have made sure no one misses out. The indoor playroom has also been filled with boxes and leaves, giving everyone, including newcomer Matty, the chance to get their share. It's been a good morning for the whole group, and the boxes and leaf piles will encourage plenty of natural foraging and fun throughout the day. Enrich Enriching the lives of the primates at the park is one of the care team's constant and most important undertakings, and it's a continuously evolving task. The aim is always to encourage natural behaviours and keep their charges engaged. To do this, the staff need to keep coming up with new ideas. But sometimes a good idea for one group can prove useful for another too. Like this mobile termite mound, which entertained the youngsters at the orangutan nursery. It proved such a hit that Toby is borrowing the idea and preparing to try it out on Erico's group of Capuchins down at the lodge.
They're quite versatile and we can use them in a number of ways. We use them like we do an artificial termite mound, where we hang them on the outside of the mesh and they have to reach through or poke sticks in to retrieve the treats. Or today, I'm actually going to suspend them in their outside enclosure, high enough up the ground so that they actually have to work a bit to get it, and they have to go along the hosing, and it will encourage Sean and Erico, hopefully, up off the ground a bit, because those two could do with doing just a little bit more climbing.
Toby is smearing the inside of the kongs, which are attached to the boards, with honey and adding the Capuchin's breakfast of sliced bananas still in the skin. Hopefully the honey, being a high-value item, will keep some of the more dominant individuals busy, giving the others a chance to get involved.
The ability to climb varies in this group because there's a mixture. A lot of the older animals in here were wild caught before they were taken to the laboratory, so they're brilliant up the trees. Ringo, Abby Marlowe, Scarlet, Zoe, Binti will be right up the top of these trees on a sunny morning like this morning, getting the warmth. Erico can climb, he just can't be bothered sometimes. He doesn't need to so much because he's the dominant male. Sean isn't so great at climbing. He never has been, but obviously he has got the handicap of his fingers, which does hinder him. But yeah, everyone in this group is capable of doing at least some sort of climbing, so hopefully we'll get them up and off the ground and having to, use some different muscles for a change.
Leader Erico is first out. He immediately spots the hanging feeders and heads straight for them. Not the most enthusiastic climber, this morning sees his love of food and puzzles spurring him on to check them out. The rest of the group aren't far behind. The Capuchins are soon trying various techniques to reach the sticky honey and banana. Abby balances at full stretch, while elderly Binti defies her age, showing strength and agility as she clings on with one hand and uses the other to reach in for the treat. Not everyone has left the ground. Low-ranking Caesar has worked out he can reach one of the boards just by standing tall. But most are having a good workout and showing off their Mission Impossible skills. The two newbies in the group are settling in well, and Matty appears to have now accepted Erico is the boss. His female friend, Louie, has fully embraced life in the large group. She's always on the go, loves climbing, and is finding today's task finger-licking good.
She's not one of the wild-caught ones like, say, the likes of Abby Marlowe and Scarlet, so seeing her climbing around like that and sort of using her tail and using her sort of balancing herself, it's really good. She'll have used all sorts of core muscles there because she sort of has to balance on top of the board while sort of reaching down and getting the banana out and getting the honey out. So yeah, she's done really well. She seems to have really sort of thrived with it.
In the wild, Capuchin monkeys are found roaming the tropical forests of Central and South America. They're an arboreal species. They spend almost all of their time off the ground in the tree canopy, foraging and travelling safe from terrestrial predators. Capuchin monkeys live in large mixed groups of up to 35. A single dominant male leads the troop. The species is considered to be the most intelligent New World monkey, able to assess and solve problems, especially when it comes to food. Eriko's group have certainly demonstrated their ability today.
This has been a really big success, and hopefully we can maybe make some more so we can spread them out more around the enclosure, and potentially we can try it on some of the other sort of smaller species on the park as well, like the lemurs and the spider monkeys and the squirrel monkeys.
Across the park, there's been a bit of a falling out amongst one of the Capuchin groups.
Hello. Are you coming here, Dodge?
Life had been running smoothly for new arrival Dodger, but last week he had a major altercation with Gizmo and his 5 ladies. It's led to Dodger having to move house and join a different group.
Dodger is a very energetic animal, and he kind of seems to be getting quite frustrated up here and unfortunately taking it out on some of the other individuals in the group. And, you know, Gizmo does have a lot of social issues anyway, and he's not really coping with that change too well either.
The park's Capuchin complex is home to 3 different groups, as well as a trio of spider monkeys. Donna knows the dynamics well, and after a lot of thoughtful consideration, decided Winslow's group of 16 would be the best fit for Dodger.
So we're moving Dodger down to the Capuchin complex in the hope that Winslow's troop don't have too many political things going on at the moment, so we're hopeful that Dodger might slip in there okay.
Dodger is being given plenty of time to settle down and get used to his new surroundings, which are bigger and noisier than anything he's experienced previously. So far, he's taken everything in his stride, and has met quite a few new housemates, including leader Winslow. Now he needs to meet the remaining members of the group and experience the outside area of his new home.
We're going to let Dodger out into his new enclosure. So it's much bigger than any enclosure that he's been in before. It also is open top, so it doesn't have a roof. So to you and I, that seems like not a big deal at all. But for him, he's always had something over his head. Whereas now this is really open. It's much higher than anything he's seen. And there's lots of other things going on as well. So really exciting for us, and hopefully it'll be exciting for Dodger as well.
Donna is distributing a number of rotten logs to encourage him. They're full of grubs and insects, perfect for foraging. And he'll be joined by 5 other members of the troop to show him the ropes.
Norman and 4 other females who are all used to the enclosure, so they know their way around, they know where everything is that surrounds the enclosure. So that should help Dodger because they'll be really relaxed and they'll just crack on, and hopefully he'll just follow their lead. Ready, Dodger?
Donna opens up and a cautious Dodger heads outside. He has a good look around, taking it all in, but he's a confident male and soon sets off to explore. 5 of his new housemates are outside ready to keep him company. Fifi's already foraging through the log pile for grubs. Dodger joins in. Capuchins love insects, and the logs are the perfect encouragement to indulge in the natural behaviours innate to the species. Dodger's technique is a bit gung-ho. Donna's pleased to see him confidently going back and forth from outside to in on a number of occasions. He's not even concerned when a herd of deer appear alongside the enclosure. He's totally focused on foraging for insects. Even the noisy neighbours in Franco's group next door don't faze him.
It was like he'd always been in there. He loved it. He was using all of the areas. There were some areas where he could see Franco's troop next door as well. So that was very exciting for everybody. So this is another step forward. He can run around, burn off some of that energy, and it should be really good for him.
It's looking like a positive change for Dodger and a more natural life within Capuchin society. His next hurdle will be coming together with the entire group as one. And so far, the signs are positive. Since its inception 35 years ago, Monkey World has rescued more than 430 primates from across the globe, with differing needs and a variety of backgrounds. The secret to the park's success has been providing them with individual care, a safe space, and, most importantly, a family. But it takes knowledge, skill and time to settle individual animals into fully integrated groups.
Hand. Good boy.
Capuchin's Matty and Louis are a case in point. They arrived a few months ago from a zoo in Wales and are now part of Erico's group of 11. But their integration is still a work in progress, and it's currently more about male Matty than female Louis. During the day, the whole group, including the newcomers, are together, but at night, they have to be separated. That's because the care team suspect Matty has been challenging dominant male Erico for the top spot, and he's definitely come off worse in the battle.
Hello, how are you guys doing?
Okay.
Which is why wildlife vet Nick Masters has been called in to check him over.
He has several injuries, really, which he sustained during the introductions that we've done into Erico's group. Most of them are healing okay, but one injury in particular is on one of his fingers and he's got a bit of bone sticking out, which isn't ideal. He's going to get it caught. It's a tract for infection, so we really just need to snip that bone off so the finger can then heal really nicely.
Matty has been giving almost as good as he gets. Erico also has a number of cuts and bruises.
I've got a picture if you want to see.
From today?
I mean, yeah.
Great, that'd be great, yeah.
It's,
Goodness, yeah. I mean, I don't think trying to do a primary closure on that, you know, cleaning all the edges up and suturing them together is a sensible option.
Old
He'll just
wounds anyway that are found and joined in the middle, so there's so much granulation tissue that we have to debride.
So it's just got to heal by secondary intention. So
we can go and have a proper look at him once we finish with Matty.
Yeah.
Just to make triply sure.
Yeah.
Nick will have a closer look at Erico's injuries later.
Oh, Matty.
But first he needs to deal with Matty's fingers and toes.
So that is displaced completely, and that, I think, is a bit of bone. That looks infected and pretty necrotic to me. I think that's got to come off. That's digit 3 on his hind right.
Matty has been under anaesthetic for 90 minutes.
Sometimes it just goes that way, but at least he's sorted now. We've had a good look at all of his various injuries. He's had a good clean. But yeah, he seems a pretty tough guy, so I think it'll probably take him quite a while to come round. He's been under anaesthetic for a long time, so we'll keep an eye on him, but hopefully, you know, come tomorrow, he'll be back to his normal self and we can consider putting some friends back in with him again.
While Matty recovers from his surgery, Nick takes the opportunity to have a close look at Erico's wounds.
I still don't think it's a surgery.
OK, fine.
Absolutely convinced it's not.
Nick is satisfied the injuries will heal quickly. The two competing males will need to be kept apart for the next few days. But it'll give them a chance to lick their wounds. The primate care teams at the park love to challenge their charges and encourage natural behaviour. Today, it's the turn of the youngest and probably most energetic group of Capuchins, led by Franco.
We're basically hanging whole foods up for them, so we've got melons and pineapples. It's a bit of a treat. They don't always get fruit presented like this. They don't always get whole things. So yeah, it's going to be quite exciting, and we're hanging it up all over the enclosure, so getting it up as high as possible, getting the harness on, ladders up, and yeah, just hanging it up on the highest points that we can.
The fruit may be high in sugar, but by stringing it up in hard-to-reach places...
So we'll just need to get it over first so that I can actually knot it.
The team are counting on the Capuchins expending a lot of energy and calories getting to the fruit and breaking it open before they even eat it.
I mean, Capuchins are really destructive animals, really. They're really destructive foragers. So, yeah, they'll have no problem with this. They're quite well known for bashing things around on rocks and using tools to smash things open. So, yeah, I don't think we'll have much problem.
Time to see if Katie is right.
Right, we ready?
The two old ladies of this predominantly young group are let out first. Lucy and Mary were born in the wild before being caught for use in a laboratory. They used to be the dominant females, but have now surrendered the position to the more feisty, younger girls. Early access allows them an opportunity to get their share of the food before the more dominant individuals take over. The rest of the troop can't wait to get started. Leader Franco considers the tightrope, but it's not for him. Frida demonstrates great balance. The clever female works out how to untie the rope securing a watermelon. It's too heavy for her to catch, and she's going to have to move quickly before someone else tucks in. Felipe, Franco's second in command, adopts a Mission Impossible style and uses his tail as a counterbalance. It's an amazing display of agility on such a thin piece of rope. Emily makes short work of a pineapple, her sharp teeth tearing out chunks. While Digit forages for leftovers, William uses his razor-sharp teeth to gnaw through the tough outer skin of a melon. Fabian, one of the youngest of the group, tackles a whole watermelon with strength and determination, successfully splitting it in two.
They're amazingly strong. I don't think you realise exactly how strong they are until you see them doing something like that and carrying a big melon. For their size, yeah, they're massively strong, but you can definitely see it is a little bit awkward for them. Quite often they have to go on two legs, which obviously isn't their natural way of walking entirely, but they seem to manage all right, and it's definitely enriching for them.
Today's challenge is having the desired effect, stretching the Capuchin's capabilities and keeping them engaged. Agile Emily sets the standard.
It's really nice to do this because it's presenting them their food in a slightly different way, and it is encouraging them to kind of process it. They have to think about what they're doing, and yeah, it is quite a difficult thing to get into a melon or a bit of pineapple, and especially negotiate these bits of rope that we've got. So it's really nice to see them doing all these behaviours, and that's the kind of thing they probably spend most of their day doing, so it is really natural behaviour to see.
With the warmer weather, the Capuchins have 24-hour access to their enclosure and can come and go as they please, giving them plenty of time to enjoy the fruits of their labour. There are more than 80 Capuchins split across 5 different groups at the park, and managing one of them is currently proving a tricky problem for the primate care team. Keeping these intelligent, lively New World monkeys happy and settled is always a challenge. But at the main Capuchin complex, home to 3 of the groups, friction has started to develop amongst the males in Franco's troop, resulting in scuffles and minor injuries.
So dominant male Franco is having a lot of squabbles with Felipe, which is causing pretty bad injuries to the extent that we have to stitch them up. They do have their squabbles normally, which in general is fine, but you know, we can't risk having anaesthetics to stitch them up all the time, and clearly they're not happy.
The catalyst for this unwelcome situation was the arrival of pet trade Capuchin Dodger, who moved into Winslow's group next door. The 2 outdoor enclosures run parallel to each other, giving Dodger plenty of opportunity to wind up his neighbours, something he seems to relish. To try and defuse the situation, Donna and the Capuchin team have come up with a plan. They're going to have a home swap, with Franco's group of 14 moving into Sonny's house and enclosure, and vice versa. But moving more than 30 individuals at once won't be easy.
So the process of moving them is very complicated. The facility that we've got at the Capuchin complex is good in the sense that there's lots of bedrooms, lots of tunnels that links everything together, which actually is a massive bonus for us and for the animals because it means that we don't have to crate or move any of the animals. We can just move them within the house, bypass them past each other, and do it that way, which is much less stressful and quicker as well.
It's a complex plan, but will be rewarding if they can pull it off.
I'm actually really excited to see the animals in a different enclosure. You know, it's so enriching for them and it'll be really cool to see. But at the moment, there's a lot going on in my head and we've got so much to do before we get to that stage.
To keep stress to a minimum, Winslow's group of Capuchins have already been shut out of their bedrooms to prevent them interfering.
Okay.
Inside is a labyrinth of tunnels and slides, designed to interconnect and move animals from A to B, and sometimes C.
To me, it all makes perfect sense, but, you know, to the unseen eye, it is quite complicated. So we have to make sure that all the right slides are open and closed to make sure that nobody goes to the wrong place.
The team's first task is to move Sunny's large group out of their bedrooms and into Winslow's bedrooms, which will be used as a holding area.
Okay, first animal.
Sunny's group are ageing, and some have mobility or psychological issues.
Good girl.
Ideally, the team need to move the less able Capuchins first.
Come on, okay, come in, Libby. This way then, Libby.
Trying to entice them from point to point isn't straightforward.
God, not making my life easy, are they?
The team decide to try a small bribe to encourage them.
Good girl, Lizzie.
Good girl.
That worked. Now it's on to the more dominant individuals.
Good boy. Okay, first step is complete. We've done 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 animals are done out of a lot. That's the easy bit. Hi, Sunny. Anybody else coming through?
One by one, Sunny's group complete part 1 of their move.
We're just going to do a quick tick sheet to make sure that they definitely are all in the right place. And then we'll move on to the next step, which is moving Francos.
So far, so good. Capuchin moving day is well underway. But there's still a long way to go before everyone is settled in their new homes.